Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to delve into a phenomenon that each of us has encountered, either in ourselves or others: resistance to change. Whether it's a friend clinging to an old habit, a community rejecting new policies, or even our own hesitation to adapt, change-resistant behavior is everywhere. Social psychology offers a fascinating lens to explore why this happens, and more importantly, what we can do about it. Let's begin by addressing the question: why do people resist change? At its core, resistance stems from uncertainty, discomfort, and fear. These responses are deeply rooted in our psychological makeup, shaped by evolution, personal identity, and group dynamics. Understanding these roots is essential if we're to unpack how resistance operates and how to overcome it. Psychological foundations of change resistance. One of the primary drivers of resistance is the fear of the unknown. Think back to our ancestors. Uncertainty often meant danger. Sticking to familiar patterns was a survival mechanism. Even today, this evolution tendency influences how we respond to unfamiliar situations. Change forces us into a state of ambiguity, and that can be unsettling. Social and group dynamics. Resistance doesn't occur in isolation. Social and group dynamics play a significant role. Take group norms, for instance. People often conform to the established norms of their group, even if it means resisting change. In workplaces, employees might push back against a new policy because the group collectively disapproves, even if some individuals see potential benefits. Cultural and environmental contexts. Cultural differences also shape how resistance manifests. In collectivist cultures, where maintaining harmony is valued, people might resist changes that disrupt social cohesion. In contrast, individualist cultures might embrace change more readily if it aligns with personal freedom and self-expression. These cultural nuances are vital to consider when designing interventions or policies. Environmental factors, such as economic insecurity or limited resources, can also fuel resistance. If a community lacks access to the tools needed to adapt, change feels not only risky, but impossible. Imagine a rural school resisting a shift to digital learning because the infrastructure to support it simply isn't there. So, how do we address resistance to change? The answer lies in understanding and empathy. Psychologically, one of the most effective strategies is gradual exposure. By breaking down change into smaller, manageable steps, we reduce the fear associated with it. This is why public health campaigns, for example, often start with awareness before pushing for action. Framing. Framing is another powerful tool. How we present change matters. Highlighting the benefits, especially in ways that resonate with people's values, can shift perceptions. For instance, framing climate action as an opportunity for innovation and job creation might be more effective than emphasizing the dire consequences of inaction. Empowering individuals by involving them in the change process also reduces resistance. When people feel they have a say in what's happening, they're more likely to embrace it. This principle applies everywhere, from workplace reforms to community initiatives. Resistance to change is a natural, even necessary part of human behavior. It helps us preserve what's valuable and protect ourselves from potential harm. But understanding the psychology and social dynamics behind this resistance allows us to navigate it with greater insight and compassion.